welcome everybody to yet another beautiful episode right here live. My name is Mr. Alfred Mr. Uber, and I'll be your host for today. And today we're talking about creating a better Africa. And I'm not rolling alone, I'm with the one and only, the most beautiful, the most amazing fitness buddy that we have around. She goes by the name of Kabelo Lioness. Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks, how are you?
I'm good, you look amazing, oh my gosh.
Thank you so much.
Welcome to Shapa 360, and and also what about otherwise, we are here, finally the day has come.
Finally, I think we planned this, a month ago or 2 months, but then eventually it's happening and I'm grateful.
Yeah.
Yes.
But otherwise, you're good, you're ready.
I'm good.
Maybe you should shake it off. Couple of times in there formal, but otherwise, we must not do that, for the sake of everything. Yeah. Okay, cool. Getting on with the interview. I think we're gonna take everything from the top because I know today we're talking everything business, everything politics, and everything fitness. And so maybe business and politics I can know everything about fitness.
No, as an adult, I'll help you.
Yeah.
I'll help you to it.
So for the people who do not know you at home, who is Kabelo Lioness?
I'm a certified lioness. Well, I'm Kabelo Lioness and an aspirant for the revolution of Africa. So I'd call myself as someone who's aspiring to become a professional African speaker. Yes, I'm a fitness bunny. I'm kind of versatile into many industries, but then the main chasing for me is just becoming a global renowned speaker and author. Really, yes.
So speak about being a global speaker and everything like that. Do you have any past experience in you writing or noting something down, a book or a journal that you have taken out to the world?
Actually, my writing journey kind of started when I was in high school because I remember I had my friends, so we actually took puzzles to a book, right? So we wanted to write a book, and then we gave each other a place of working because already we had a school workload. So we actually wanted to offload that work by distributing a puzzle to each and every one of us. But then we never really got to publish that book. I don't even really recall what happened to it. And then last year I was like, okay, I feel like I know and I can write something and I can speak to the people without me being in the place. That's when I initiated some writing of ebooks. Actually, I have ebooks that I've written that are business oriented and leadership oriented. I do have them by Kabelo Library Bookstore and I sell them.
Okay.
And I'm working on a hard book as well that is coming.
But I think the ebook thing it's a good thing because everything is going digital and stuff like that. So how is that going along? Your bookstores on via ebook actually? Yeah. How is it going?
Really, when someone wants to make a purchase, they should contact to me, right?
Okay.
It's something that is working via email or WhatsApp.
Okay.
Rather, it's also based on investment and it's actually open for everyone actually on how it's going on. Yes.
Okay, so getting on with the interview, I want to know what is your take on politics and business in general?
When we talk about politics, it's about consciousness. It's about, I can't say really black consciousness because they global or universal rather. So I feel like when someone is in politics, it's someone who just wants to see the revolution. I remember seeing this other quote saying, okay, well, I'll say it rather because I'm a young person and I felt so much motivated to be into politics because they said, and a revolution is an activity for the young ones, right? So it's like, okay, this is consciousness to me, so why not venture into them? So my take on them is just about consciousness and just wanting to create. I'm kind of continental minded, so I say Africa. Mind me when I say Africa. Don't mind me when I say Africa all the time. So it's about creating a better Africa. How can we change it? I feel like our generation needs to do better than the past generation that is right? When you look at the likes of Steve Biko and the impact that they have played for us, rather. So I feel like as well as we are conscious to it, we should just open ourselves to it and leave it to the coming generation in a better place. And as to business, I feel like we have something solution to just give it out or to ease problems that we should just actually take that out, So that's why rather I'm in business. I'm just creating solutions to where I see a gap of problem, and I feel like there's so many gaps to be filled. So when, in as much as I'm one person, in as much as I venture into a business, I feel like that gap is just getting no longer thicker but getting thinner. So yes, it's about that. Solutions and consciousness.
You know, you mentioned something really important about what the past generation did in terms of the impact that they did. You mentioned Steve Biko and whatever. Don't you think with the times that we're living in right now, with the era and the generation that we're living in right now of young people and how the world is like now, don't you think that is more difficult for young people to tap in the space of politics, business, and etc.?
Well, when you look at the history that we have, we always had elders in politics.
Yeah.
So, and I feel like the inclusion of young people is very important in politics because when you look at the young people are the future.
Yeah.
So it's very significant to have them. And as much as it may seem difficult, I feel like when we try to push and participate in those politics, eventually we'll get recognized. And in as much as we influence our elders to see that actually, in as much as we are young, we are freshly minded, right? We can actually provide more solutions rather.
Yeah.
So I feel like the inclusion of young people should be considered, and really, we shouldn't really be fighting all sides to it. They must just provide the platform for us because I mean, we're young, we can participate. Literally, it's about that we should just be granted the platform. It's very important.
So speaking about the platform, how do you fit in a noisy society and still have an impact?
One thing about society is always noisy, right?
Yeah, always.
So exactly.
Always.
Always, so I feel like you just have to walk. You just have to walk in the noise, because if you wait for the noise to cease, then it's just like, I don't know, waiting for what, right? Because it can never happen. Always, when you venture into something, you must anticipate critics. You must anticipate, why are you doing this? This is just a bad move or anything. Because rather, if you're not even trying to say why you should not look at that, first things first is that your purpose or anything that comes to you, the vision, is only known to you. So hence you just have to walk in that noise. You have to walk in that noise, but feel like it's not even audible enough for you. You must just keep on pushing and working through it and just fitting. Not even fitting in, because when fitting, you can't go in the noise. You can't do that. So you just don't have to fit in. You just have to walk in the noise and allow the critics while you're doing your own thing. So that's all.
You mentioned something interesting about vision and purpose, and I think that those are two things that people, get wrong, because I believe that that's like the ultimate foundation of everything. So let's touch a bit on vision and purpose. What's your take on vision and what's your take on purpose?
Okay, when you talk about purpose, I feel like it's something that you're created to do. It's just who you are. It's your authentic self. So I'd identify it as something that, well, it doesn't come to you. You have to just do something to eventually find a resonance and something like, okay, this is my thing, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So purpose to me is just the reason for existence. It's why are you doing this? Like, it's why you are here, actually. And then vision happens personally. I'm gonna tackle this personally. A vision is maybe after the purpose that you've gotten. Okay, I'm Kabelo, I want to be a speaker. I have to envision myself in a big space. I feel like what are you doing when you're shared alone? That is when the mindset, that is when you start to, when you imagine yourself, I'm speaking universally, I'm representing the universe, I'm representing globally, I'm representing Africa continentally. That is when you sit down and you look into how you'd be doing it, what is just still, maybe let's say locally. I feel it's a vision. To me, it's a vision when you see yourself at the top, at the top already before it even happens. That's vision for me. So
can you say people mistake vision for dreams? Because even in your dreams you can see yourself somewhere, being somewhere big and having big things at the same time.
Okay, that is true.
Okay.
But I feel like vision occurs after something.
Okay.
You have to dream, right? So you dream, and then in the dream, that's when, after you've dreamed, okay, I want to be this kind of a person. That's when the vision just starts coming in. I don't feel like they have to be mistaken. It's something. It has to be something before the other. It just has to be purple dreams before you envision yourself. Before you envision yourself, you must tap into something, and that we can regard that as dreams. Hence, it's like
so meaning that for one to have a vision, they must dream about their vision first. So I'm going way too spiritual now. What about the people who can see at night? Let's talk about it, for example.
But then dreams is not something that there's daydreaming. I mean, dreams is not, it's not something that you have to sleep and I woke up and I saw myself as that magnet entrepreneur or anything. I feel dreams is just, no, you don't have to sleep to dream. You just have to sit.
But you said for a vision to occur, a dream must happen first to see the vision.
Exactly.
And then the vision will lead you to the purpose.
Exactly.
Okay.
A dream, like I'm saying, daydreaming. Mostly when you sleep, you probably don't even dream about. Because I feel like a dream that is realistic, more too. The dream that you can achieve is a dream that you're saying, you're conscious to it. You're conscious to think, I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to be a chartered accountant. I want to be this kind of. That is a dream. That is a dream, right? Yeah. So in as much as you're in that dream, you eventually, I want to be a chartered accountant. You eventually imagine yourself in those offices. When you start envisioning yourself, you're already in the dream. So the dream, you don't have to sleep, guys. No.
Oh, okay. No, I just wanted to get that clear. I just wanted to get that one clear. Or you don't have to sleep for you to have a vision.
Exactly.
So in practical terms, you can say a dream is a choice. Can you say that?
Yes. Okay. I can say that.
Okay. So it means everyone, if Nergarawa and then just wake up and have a vision, I think everyone could be a millionaire or be someone actually. But otherwise, moving right along. Let's talk about the fourth industrial revolution. I believe we can talk politics and stuff like that. We can know the background, but let's talk about now and where we are going. And now where we are standing, it's technology, it's everything, the net and stuff like that, the fourth industrial revolution. Let's talk about the fourth industrial revolution. What's your take on the fourth industrial revolution?
One thing about fourth industrial revolution, it's here to stay. So it's not something that we can actually try to go against or try to substitute. Hence, I always meditate on something like, every time I recall of fourth industrial revolution, it's like the only people who will survive the fourth industrial revolution are those who are those who complement it, not those who substitute it. Because you can't be a robot. Can you be? Like, you can't stand on the road and you turn green or red or something. The robot is doing its own thing. So you can be your authentic self and fit, not necessarily fitting. You can be your authentic self and fulfill any platform or something. Like, you can't really, to me, I don't find it as a competitor, in as much as it's kind of dropping people jobless, because apparently the artificials are coming, artificial technologies and everything coming to replace those jobs people could do. But I feel like if a person be authentic as much, they can, in as much as a purpose, right? No one can feel your purpose, no one. So if people are authentic to themselves, find the real selves of them, they can never be finding triggers with fourth industrial revolution. In as much as it's doing its own purpose, let us be authentic and do our own purposes. I don't think we can actually go wrong with this fourth. We can actually enjoy it. Because it's easing problems and causing effectiveness, honestly.
Guys, I think we can enjoy everything, the 5G and the chip and everything that the fourth industrial revolution has to come about. Otherwise, if you're still tuned in, this is another beautiful interview. I'm still with the one and only Kabelo Lioness, talking about creating a better Africa for everyone. Moving right along, here's another important question.
Okay.
We've been talking about a lot of politics and business and everything. I want to know, you personally, what's your main focus in business? Welcome back, everyone. You're still chilling with me, your host, myself, Innovative Ways, the Uber, right here live. We're talking about creating a better Africa, and I'm still chilling with the one and only, the Miss Beautiful Lioness, Brother Kabelo. And this video is sponsored by Fresh Prince Unlimited Inc. They are a Wi-Fi company, and they also sell water. Please make sure that you visit them on all the social media platforms. Otherwise, are you still good?
I'm good.
You can have an amazing waterfall.
You can do actually, we might need new bottles.
Can the crew cast bring more bottles, because guys, this water is amazing.
No, congratulations to Fresh Prince on his venture. This is really good. when we talk about something that overcomes fourth industry, like or complement the fourth industrial revolution, we need internet. We can never outgrow that. So
Especially
it's such a power move.
Yeah, especially because we're moving on to 5G and stuff like that, and people are always complaining of being like, their Wi-Fi is slow and stuff like that. So these are the real plug. But otherwise, coming back to the business side of things, we're still talking about business and politics and everything that has to do with that. So I want to ask you personally, what is your main business focus?
Main business focus as a fitness bunny. Fitness bunny, you can tell where I'm going. Fitness bunny.
Okay.
So Health Magnets, I launched Health Magnets Fitness Academy in October. Yes, it's just basically about wanted to find a way where I can actually put women together, and create impact as well. And as much as it's like that, I was like, moreover, we need a way of networking. The way networking is so underrated nowadays. I feel like bringing it back. So that way I'm doing it through boot camps.
Okay, no, that's awesome. So speaking of fitness and everything, what motivated you to start your own fitness company and fitness boot camps?
Actually enjoying this whole fitness journey, So I was like, okay, in as much as I experienced this ecstasy that is coming from fitness, I wanted to share it to everyone. So it's like, let me not be myself, like enhance or experience the ecstasy. So it's like, let me just create impact by inviting everyone to experience what I'm actually experiencing. And moreover, I actually wanted to create an impact, like I mentioned about leveraging, for a person maybe, especially boot camps, for a person who's in business, I'm like, okay, how can we actually network without noticing that we're networking? Because eventually when we're together, we're so fulfilled. We can actually talk about something can pop up that you're doing actually. So actually got motivated and I was like, let me just create impact. Fitness, in as much as it's very paramount, I just wanted to do it and explore myself and exactly put the experience to other people, and let's just become better, conscious and healthy our mindsets. It's very important.
So what are the most common challenges that you face in your day-to-day business? In your ebook store, your fitness, your cleaning company, and everything. What are the day-to-day challenges that you face as a business lady of our day?
In as much as I've ventured those businesses, the things that I don't know if I should call it a challenge or I call it something that I've learned was consistency. A sequence momentum, like a momentum that is just, you're doing this today. It's more like I was just, have you ever seen a roller coaster?
Oh, yeah.
I'm up there and then I'm
actually you're down there.
Exactly. So it's like, actually, the mindset, my mind has actually put me to that, and I was not able to. So the challenges that I actually faced, challenges were okay, hey? Yeah, but I feel like I'm not able to spot out something that was just so hinderous, other than me being inconsistent and not just creating a leveled up momentum for my skyrocketing things. So so far so good. Challenges will always be there. I'm looking forward to them and facing them and tackling them with the mindset through fitness and then just be good to go. Yes.
So you mentioned a very important statement of the mindset. I think the mindset is very important, especially as a business person, as a fitness person and stuff like that. So tell me, how important is mental health for you?
Mental health for me is just as important as breathing, So hence, actually, there's something big about the mindset that's actually coming, that I'm actually preparing for the world. Hence, you just hear me saying, perpetuating that in as much as it's important, but then there's actually something more important that is coming. So it's very important because the mindset has to do with growth. When you feed your mind, it's just when you become more conscious. So the mindset, to me, I'd say, mental health is very important, because whatever that you do can never outgrow your personal growth. If you're not okay, if you're not well grown, there's nothing that you can do that can outgrow it. So it has to always be you elevating yourself before something else. I once saw this other quote that was saying, don't work hard on your career, work hard on yourself. Because when you work hard on yourself, those things, somehow you attract growth, you attract creativity, you attract how to be innovative. That's just how I've seen it. So it has become imperative for me to find myself growing and fitnessing, just so I can harness my mental health and everything. Yes.
Alright guys, so in a nutshell, she was just saying that just work on yourself. It's really important to work on yourself, work on your mind, because everything starts within the mind. I'm still having an amazing time with Kabelo. I'm learning a lot actually. We are creating a better Africa, you know, and shout out to her and everything that she's doing. So tell me, so we're gonna move really fast from there. So tell me, agree or disagree with the recent political system and state your reasons why?
You know, I honestly don't find. You know, first before you agree or disagree with something, you have to know it again. And in as much as you know, when there's a system, there's a supremo, like the supremacy of the system. Okay. You have to look at the people that are leading the system, if they actually encapsulate in that, right? Actually, to say
encapsulate.
Epitomize it, you know. So you have to look at as the people or the political or the major party that is in politics portraying the democracy. Are they portraying the consciousness that is in that political system? So for me, I wouldn't say I disagree or I agree. We should just actually tackle the major party. Is it portraying, because in the political system that we've got, I don't find anything wrong with being democratic, anything wrong with prioritizing democracy. So we need to look at, are we led politically with the systems? You know? So to me, actually, okay, I have to agree or disagree. I agree with the political system that is running. Just not sure about the party that is ruling or the party that is actually portraying the political system or running it. Yes.
Okay. All right. No. Awesome. So tell me, if you're given an opportunity to change one thing in the government system, what would it be and why?
Education system.
Why?
Allegedly, I just want to start with this because I'm so dismayed at it. Allegedly, we have 7.8 million that are people that are jobless. And when a person is jobless, it means this person is qualified. Qualified, you went through the system, you went to school. When you're qualified and you're actually looking for a job, but you can't find one. You know, so I feel like in as much as COVID, the pandemic had happened, of which it actually made the South African unemployment to plunge high, to surge high. It's at 4.4% or something, which is very not good or healthy for our country or for a person that is actually jobless, you know. So I feel like we have to look at the way the system is run. I feel like it's just needing to be a revamping. We need to revamp our education system.
How can we revamp it?
Okay. I feel like before, you know, a person who's in the education system is a person who's being led in a way if you look at it. So I feel like if we get trained to do things that we love in the education system, maybe let's say, what course are you doing?
I'm a film and TV project.
See what?
Film and TV production.
Exactly. So let's just say you like it. You love doing that. Eventually, you actually shooting something. So and you.
Yeah. I'm always shooting content.
This is the half
movies.
When you do something that you love, I actually wish for our system to train us like that. To actually go for a course that you actually love. Not that you're looking at, okay, when I finish, I'm gonna buy this with this amount of money because I'm doing this. Because eventually you might not even get the employment for that. That is when depression might even hit you, you know. So I want to talk about the importance of being trained to do things that we love. Because I feel like you said about being a graduate to that industrial graduate, you actually found something to do. Are you employed?
Who, me? No, I'm sorry.
Exactly. So I feel like we should be trained. If you want to be a person who's, let's just normalize saving skills. You know, if you love something, you can actually get something out of it. You can actually learn to sell something out of that. So I feel like we need to be trained to do things.
Okay, but in that, sorry to interrupt, but in that, it's very controversial because now, okay, for someone like me who went to school for what I'm doing, it's fine. I went to school for what I'm doing, but I can still make a living with employment or no employment. For now, example, the man behind the camera, he's also at a job now. You know, he created an employment for himself.
Sure.
So I think that comes to a matter of choice because for everything that someone loves, there's always an education for it. I don't know if you get it. If you love music, there are music.
If you love art,
if you love art, there's an art school. If you love this and that, there's this and that. So I want you to unpack. Are you talking about government salary-wise, or are you talking about? I want you to unpack that properly. Let's lay it down properly. Because for every passion out there, there's an education for it.
Exactly. So you know we have informal education, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, we're talking about formal education.
Okay.
What
so formal education, you're talking about universities.
Exactly.
Okay.
So what I'm actually emphasizing was that I feel like in as much as this is a system, it should be revamped in a manner that when you do something, we should be put to normalize selling a skill, like out of what you're doing. Can you actually? There's always something out of. Like they say, dynamite or what comes in small packages, right? So I feel like we should be normalized to sell a skill in the education system. I don't know if I'm coming around the stand.
Okay. So basically, what you're saying, if I'm catching you right, is there are other industries or other courses that are underlooked, and then there are other courses that are overlooked because of the system. Let me say for now, the teaching and the what is because it's government based. So because it's government based, they are they're put on a higher pedestal than other skills that are not. Is that what you're trying to say? So you want us to normalize selling those courses or skills that are not recognized. Maybe let me say, for example, if I'm saying I'm a film and TV graduate and I'm unemployed, I'm still making a living. So you want people to normalize that as an education system that also runs by the government as well.
I wouldn't really say, like you said, comparing teaching and the other. What did you compare with?
I compare teaching and my
Okay, when you look at teaching is kind of essential, because we continue to teach. In as much as the system exists, there's always something to teach, right? So what I'm emphasizing is that for someone, if it's not about for someone, but knowing or having the conscience in what you're studying, actually. I should say having conscience in what you're studying is important. Because I feel like if you have conscience about what you're studying, you always want to make impact. It's either you're going for applying for a job or you want to do something that is related to that and create impact. Because I feel like in as much as hence I cannot say I blame the education system, but we can actually at least look at the supremacy of it to revamp it, So we have we have to awaken the consciousness of what you do. Are you aware of what you do? Or you only on that, I just want to do this course and get time away with it and apply for a job? Because if it's that way, we are going to continue having a certain number of unemployment. So I don't know if I'm tackling this so well. Now is it okay?
No, I get you. So don't you think also coming on the education system, you must also then include the fourth industrial revolution, because I feel like revamping it would also, you spoke about having a sound mind in a noisy environment. You cannot overlook or go beyond the noise. Don't you think that we can also fit that in the fourth industrial revolution? Because I feel like nowadays people are just going for career paths that are not relevant to where the world is going. You get my point. So you find out now people will be replaced by robots and machines and stuff like that, but they're still going for those courses that that will be overlooked in the future.
In as much as consciousness occurs, I feel like in as much as consciousness occurs and the revamping of education becomes, that can actually come to the mind of the leaders of the system. Actually, let's align this. Let's make it exactly. It's just about, I feel like, consciousness, being awake to this is the problem. And sometimes you find that we have courses that actually we have this course, but when you look at employment, sometimes you even have to go overseas. So why not take it off? Leave it with the overseas people to deal with the course, and then let's focus on things that are working for the country. Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, guys, if you just tuned in, I'm still chilling here with Kabelo Lioness. We're talking about creating a better Africa, and as we are going to the end of the interview, as we are going to the end of the interview, okay, I want to ask you real quick. We're gonna move very, very fast. Okay, we spoke about health and fitness. Let's speak about the new way of doing business currently now.
I don't know if I should say it's the new way, but I feel like it's always been the mantra. A way of doing business is just people buy solutions, right?
Yeah.
So in whatever way that you do a business, you must always be providing something. What problem are you solving, or rather? So if I say a new way of doing business, I just say to a person who's venturing into a business, be authentic and be authentic. Have passion for it, and don't forget to be consistent, because in as much as you can be passionate or whatever in what you're doing, if you're not consistent, there's no momentum that can be created, because it's just about those small progresses that you make every day, the difference between today and yesterday. That is how you just keep on going, and
All right, no, you've mentioned a lot of good points, and as we're coming to the end of the interview, I want to ask you this last important question. So tell me, what is your view on student economics?
Student economies and as in like the informal.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like we need to respect our parents.
Okay.
Our elders, they actually have made giving, they actually took their kids to school, they actually made a lot of things. So I feel like it's an environment that we should actually motivate one, rather than seeing someone like it can somehow ease the socio-economic issues that we've got, like crime, because people sometimes stay because I don't have it, so I must just go. So I feel like we must just have it, embrace it, and motivate our others. But in as much as someone who's youthful might want to venture into street vendors, I'd advise them all wish that we have consciousness of wanting to leveling up. Like, don't just see yourself being on a street economics. Just want to, okay, let me just be that one person who's actually wanting to make a kind of a capital from what you're doing on the street vendors, and educate yourself, buy books that grow you, have actually a mindset that is helping you to reach to a point where you can actually make an impact. Because I feel like in as much as we cannot put pressure on our elders for being there, it's okay, right? But for youth, I feel like we should be pressured, healthy, in a healthy manner, should be pressured to level up and do better. While we're here, just focus on how can I improve from being on the street and just going higher. You know, it should just be about.
Alright folks, so as we are wrapping up the interview, this has been amazing, this has been very wonderful. Thank you so much for the invite, this was amazing, I enjoyed myself. Before we leave, where can people find you on the social media platforms?
That's main platform that I'm actually wanting to be found in, because I've got some growth talks and open space for learning at YouTube as Gabelo Lioness, and on Instagram, Gabelo Machukoja, Facebook, Gabelo Lioness Machukoja. And then let's just associate there, let's just network, let's just grow each other's mindset, let's just help each other grow. Yeah.
Alright, and I told you guys that this video is sponsored by Fresh Prince Unlimited Inc. They are a Wi-Fi company. Do check them out on all the social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. DM them and get to them straight. And I'm Mr. Alfred Innovative Ways, the Uber. Find me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And Twitter, we are rocking there. Come show some love and show some support. This has been amazing. Don't worry, we're going to a dinner date after this, because you can see that we're rocking. But otherwise, till next time guys, away!